चलो, text of Lycidas. Lycidas actually is a pastoral elegy. We have already discussed about elegy. It is a song sung by the poet on the occasion of the death of someone. So that's why this is a mourning song where the author mourns over the loss of his relative or near one or dear one. In this poem, we have observed that he has lost his friend Edward the King. Edward King. He was from Ireland and they were classmates, they were batchmates, they were co-students in Cambridge University, in Christ College, and they were also poets. So in that way, they were sharing their profession. They were very good students. Milton was living with them, studying with them. So in that way, they were good friends. And Edward King, who was actually in the poem, he is the same, Lycidas. He was also studying in the same college, same university. In one of the vacation, while Edward King was returning from London to his home city, Ireland, Dublin, while he was journeying from Chester to Ireland, his ship was wrecked and he was drowned. So this was the very shocking news for the other batchmates, co-students in the university. When the news came to the university, they were shocked that they have lost their one of the friends, good friends, Edward King. So to pay the wreath, to pay the tribute to their friends, Edward King, they have decided to mourn, but not simply mourn by weeping or crying. They have also decided to compose poem on his life, particularly on the loss of his friend Edward King. So that's why they have written, composed different poems in different languages, in Latin, Greek, or English. So John Milton has given this poem to be published on that occasion as the last poem of that compilation in English group. So Lycidas is an imaginary character representing Edward the King himself because he has given this a pastoral elegiac form. Pastoral means this is rural, dehat, gaon side ka. Because this is very famous tradition in England that whenever they used to commemorate the death of anybody else, they used to attribute him the friendship just like a shepherd. Shepherd is a herder who takes care of sheep. No? They allowed their sheep to graze on the mountains. So, in the same way, he has decided to compose this poem in pastoral elegiac form. So, that's why it is called pastoral elegy. Lycidas is a shepherd representing his friend, his dead friend, Edward King. No? So, because he has lost his friend, and this is very shocking news for all the classmates, all the co-students in university, they have decided to mourn this loss of his friend. So the poem starts in that way, that yet once more, O ye laurels, and once more, ye myrtles brown with ivy, never seer, I come to pluck your berries harsh and crude. Because this is unmature death. In the same way, he has come here to collect the flowers, the leaves, those were not mature. So before time, John Milton has come to pluck the flowers. Why? To pay the tribute. मतलब श्रद्धांजलि देने के लिए. So that's why he goes. The condition is not good because he was mourning. He had a shock of his loss of his friend. So that's why he is not in a normal condition. So that's why he also requests the muses to give him a strength and power so that he can compose the poem. Because at that time he was not ready to compose poem, but this came as the sudden outbreak, it came as the sudden occasion. So that's why he was compelled to compose the poem, है ना. रेडी नहीं था वो, लेकिन चूंकि उसका फ्रेंड का डेथ हो गया, और हाउ कैन ही लीव हिम अनवेप्ट. the people will cry for him, they will weep for him. So that's why they have decided to compose the poem. Even then he was not ready. तो इसीलिए इसने उस पोएम को लिखा है so that he can pay the tribute to his friend. Further he writes, for we were nursed upon the self same hill, fed the same flock by fountain shade and rill. As the pastoral elegy describes, in the same way John Milton has described his childhood life, that he has shared the same mountain, they belong to the same village, they were good friends at childhood, they were born in the same village, and they were herders, they were shepherds, those used to take care of their sheep. भेड़ चराते हैं, माउंटेन पे ले जाते हैं उनको घास खिलाने के लिए, और in that way they used to pass their time, they accompany themselves and they develop their friendship and intimacy. So he has missed the time when they used to be quite young or child, and they used to graze their sheep on the mountain hilly area. So that's why he is missing his time, that once they used to be children and they used to allow their sheep to graze on the mountains, they used to sing and dance and enjoy that time, है ना, while grazing the sheep. कि भेड़ चराते हुए ये जो हर्डर्स होते हैं, ये जो शेफर्ड्स होते हैं, वो बहुत ही खुश होते हैं. So in that way he was missing the time. In the next stanza, but oh the heavy change, now thou art gone, now thou art gone and never must return. But now the time has changed. What is the fact? That now he has lost his friend Edward King, one of his friends Shepherd. So that's why this time will never come back. So that's why it is the time to mourn. ये शोक करने का समय है, क्योंकि जो हो गया, that will never come back. Thee Shepherd, thee the woods, the desert caves, with wild thyme and gadding wine over ground, and all their echoes mourn. That is the setting of the time, that when they were children, they used to go to the mountain area, they used to enjoy their time, they developed their friendship and intimacy, and as if they have developed the friendship with the mountain and nature and flowers and vines, creepers, trees, and all the things. So it seems that because he has lost his friend, now the nature is also repenting. It is also mourning. They are also soaking. That is the fact. These desert caves, ये जो जंगल है, पहाड़ है, flowers है, everything it is mourning. ये सब के सब, they are very sad because they have lost their one of the friend Edward King, the shepherd. And their echoes mourn. The willows and the hazel copses green shall now no more be seen. Now they will not be able to see their friend because he is no more. He is dead now and he will never return. So therefore these flowers, these mountains, these trees, they cannot see their old friend the shepherd because he is no more. He will never come to the mountain. He will never come to the mountain to graze their sheep, fanning their joyous leaves to thy soft lays, as killing as canker to the rose, or tent warm to the willing hearts that graze, or frost to flowers that their gay wardrobe bear. When first the white thorn blows, such Lycidas thy loss to shepherdess ear. Further, he describes the intensity of their heart, the loss of his friend, because his friend is no more. He is dead now. He is drowned. The shepherd will never come back and enjoy their time with them. So therefore, he is comparing the loss of his friend to that of these things in the nature. That he says that he will never walk upon this mountain area. So therefore these leaves, fallen leaves, will miss him. ये जो पत्ते that were the beds for him, कि उसके लिए एक रोड का काम करते थे, बेड का काम करते थे, they will also miss the time that this friend will never come back. And the news of his death is very similar to the canker to the rose. Canker means enemy of rose flower. Canker is an insect, और जो इंसेक्ट है फ्लावर को काट के खा जाता है ना। कुछ पर्टिकुलर वेदर है जो फ्लावर को डिस्ट्रॉय कर देता है, डिसकलर कर देता है। तो इन द सेम वे दिस लॉस ऑफ हिज फ्रेंड इज फॉर देम, द फ्रेंड्स, अदर फ्रेंड्स। द वॉर्म टेंट, ये जो विल्डिंग हार्ट्स है, ये जो काटने वाला इंसेक्ट है, वो जो फर्स्ट टाइम जो बच्चा जो लैम्ब है वो छोड़ता है दूध पीना, उसको काट देता है। एंड द टाइम इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट। ये जो फ्रॉस्ट है, फ्रॉस्ट मीन्स मिस्ट, ये जो धुंध, ये जो कोहरा, इट इफेक्ट्स ओवर फ्लावर्स, इट डिस्ट्रॉयज द फ्लावर, कंप्लीटली डिस्ट्रॉय कर देता है। देयर गे वार्डरोब बियर द फर्स्ट द व्हाइट थॉर्न ब्लोज, ये जो सारे चीजें हैं, that destroys everything. In the same way, the news of the death of his friend is to their ears. It means it is the very shocking news कि जिस तरीके से इसने so many examples he has given कि जैसे फ्लावर को इंसेक्ट काट के खा जाता है, जैसे फ्रॉस्ट फ्लावर को डिस्कलर कर देता है, जैसे इंसेक्ट छोटे छोटे एनिमल को, उसके बच्चे को काटता है, in the same way this shocking news is for them, है ना। this is a very shocking news कि when they listened about the loss of his friend, they were shocking, they were awestruck, they were very sad. In the next stanza he describes, rather he complains to the nymphs, where were you, nymphs, when the remorseless deep closed over the head of your loved Lycidas? He is raising question to the nymphs. What is nymph? Nymph is a water fairy. It is a water god, है ना, जिसको हम लोग बोलते हैं जल परी। So he is complaining to the nymphs. Where were you? कहाँ थे आप लोग? While my friend was drowning in sea. Why you cannot save him? He is complaining कि nymph आप लोग कहाँ थे? You were good spirits. You were angels. आप तो फेयरी हो। वाई यू डिड नॉट सेव माई फ्रेंड? वो तुम लोग पानी में ही रहते हो और वो पानी में मेरा फ्रेंड डूब गया, तुम लोगों ने बचाया नहीं। हाउ इज इट पॉसिबल? सच ए लवली फ्रेंड वाज ही, सो वाई यू कैनॉट सेव हिम? ही वाज ड्राउनिंग इन द सी एंड यू वे आर लिविंग अंडर वाटर। वाई? सो बिकॉज दिस इज द सैड सिचुएशन, melancholic मूड ऑफ द पोएट, that he questions the fairy of water, है ना। वो क्वेश्चन कर रहा है बिकॉज वो he is mournful, उसके लिए बहुत बड़ा ये शौक है, इसलिए वो क्वेश्चन कर रहा है कि फेरी यू शुड हैव सेव्ड हिम, यू वे आर अंडर वाटर और ही वॉज ए लवली फ्रेंड, वाई यू कुडंट सेव हिम? बचाया क्यों नहीं? आपको बचाना चाहिए था। फॉर नीदर वेयर यू प्लेइंग ऑन द स्टीप where your lord bards the famous Dewey lie, nor on the saggy top of Mona high, nor yet where Deva spirits her wizard stream. Yeah, me, I fondly dream. Had you been there, for what could have that have done? First he questions nymphs and other people, those can save his life. So that's why he is complaining to them कि why you could not save him? बचाया क्यों नहीं उसे? What were you doing? Were you singing on the mountain? क्या आप पानी से निकल करके आप बाहर माउंटेन पे थे? कहां थे? या फिर उस बार्ड को सुन रहे थे? बार्ड मीन्स द पोएट, वेरी फेमस पोएट ड्रूई। What were you doing actually at that time while my friend was drowning himself there in the water? Why you couldn't save him? तुमने बचाने का प्रयास क्यों नहीं किया? और तुम माउंटेन टॉप पे चले गए थे। वेयर वेयर यू? और देयर इज ए रिवर वेरी स्ट्रेंज, वेरी विजार्ड, that it changes its courses, na stream, sometimes upwards, sometime downwards. आप देखोगे, you should see the मैप ऑफ दैट प्लेस चेस्टर, कि लंदन से चेस्टर सड़क से जाते हैं, रोड बाई रोड जाते हैं, और चेस्टर इज द सिटी वेयर द पोर्ट इज सिचुएटेड। कभी मैप में गूगल में देखो कि चेस्टर इज ए सिटी फ्रॉम वेयर ही हैज स्टार्टेड सेल्ड हिज जर्नी टू आयरलैंड, कि चेस्टर में ही वो पोर्ट है जहां से उसने सीप से जर्नी स्टार्ट किया था। और उस चेस्टर में ही एक बड़ा ही क्वीर, बड़ा ही माने अजीब टाइप का नदी है, जो कभी धारा उसका अंदर की तरफ जाता है, कभी वो बाहर की तरफ जाता है ना। वो दी नदी जो है ना, वो मिल जाएगा मैप में, है ना। तो जब चेस्टर, व्हेन ही सेल्ड फ्रॉम चेस्टर, इन बिटवीन द जर्नी ही वाज ड्राउन्ड, है ना। सो दैट्स व्हाई ही इज रेजिंग दिस क्वेश्चन कि यू वेयर द नीम्स, यू वेयर द फेयरी, व्हाई यू कुडंट सेव माय फ्रेंड, ही वाज ए लवली फ्रेंड, क्यों नहीं बचाया उसे, वेयर वेयर यू एंगेज्ड, where were you busy, what was the problem with you, you loved him, we all loved him, so why you didn't save him? But after realizing the fact, what can they do? They can do nothing. He realized, and that's why he explains himself that I fondly dream, line number 55 na, I fondly dream, had he been there, for what could that have done? Then he realized his mistake, कि वो जो ब्लेम कर रहा है निम्फ को, वो क्या कर सकते थे? I was in just a dream, कि मैं इस तरह का क्वेश्चन रेज कर रहा था कि तुम लोगों ने बचाया क्यों नहीं मेरे फ्रेंड को, you were there under water, but why couldn't you save my friend, our friend, that was a lovely friend. But after realizing the fact that they can do nothing, he is not repenting here. Further he explains that if you had been there, what could that have done? क्या करते अगर तुम होते ही वहां, तो क्या करते? Why? What could the muse herself that Orpheus bore, the muse herself for her enchanting son, whom universal nature did lament? देखो, there are different references in the poem of John Milton, no? So that's why it is difficult to understand कि there are so many references from the different scriptures written in different languages. That is the problem. It is difficult to understand. कि now he is raising the question कि आपको बचाना चाहिए था, but तुरंत after realizing the fact that they cannot do for them, realizing the fact that they could not have saved their own son Orpheus, कि जब उस फेरी का चाइल्ड मारा गया था, ओर्फियस वाज किल्ड, ये निम्स कुछ नहीं कर पाए थे। तो जब वो अपने बच्चे को नहीं बचा पाए थे, तो उसके फ्रेंड को कैसे बचाते? तो इन दैट वे दे वे आर हेल्पलेस, दे कैनॉट सेव हिज फ्रेंड, बिकॉज वंस व्हेन हिज ओन सन वाज किल्ड, दे वे आर नॉट एबल टू सेव हिमसेल्फ। जब उनके अपने ही बेटे ओर्फियस का किलिंग किया गया था, देखो अभी सब रेफरेंसेज है, आप डिटेल में कहीं पढ़ोगे तो आपको पता चलेगा कि when their son Orpheus was killed, while all the natures were repenting for the loss of their child, they could not do anything to save their child. तो ये बोल रहा है कि जब ये लोग अपने बच्चे को नहीं बचा पाए थे, तो हमारे फ्रेंड को कैसे बचाते? It means they are helpless. Further he says, it is an explanatory line, कि when by the rout that made the hideous roar, his gory visage down the stream was sent, down the swift Hebrus to the Lesbian shore. ये डिस्क्राइब कर रहा है very hideous, very horrible incident when Orpheus was killed. Is gory visage means ये जो फेस है, clouded with blood, ये रक्त से सना हुआ जो फेस है, सी शोर में बह करके लेस्बियन शोर तक चला गया, बहुत ही हॉरिबल फेस। व्हेन ऑर्फियस वाज किल्ड, होल नेचर वाज लैमेंटिंग, दे वर मॉर्निंग। उस समय जब निम्फ कुछ नहीं कर पाया, दे कुड नॉट सेव देयर ओन चाइल्ड, ओन सन। वो जो मतलब ये जो डेड बॉडी का जो पार्ट है, हेड वाला पार्ट, वो पानी में बह करके कहां से कहां चला गया। इतना हॉरिबल फेस, मतलब ब्लडेड फेस। दे कुड नॉट डू देयर duty, they could not save their own child, own son, then how is it possible that they would save his friend's life? It is not possible. So this is the realization. In the first part of the stanza, he blames the nymph. Why they didn't save his friend? But आधे स्ट्रेंजा के बाद उसको रियलाइज होता है कि जब उसके अपने बेटे ऑर्फियस की हत्या हुई थी और वो पानी में बह करके लेस्बियन शोर तक चला गया था, इतना डरावना, इतना हॉरिबल फेस, तो फिर इसके फ्रेंड को कैसे बचा सकते थे? दैट इज द फैक्ट ना. चलो, बिकॉज ही इज मॉर्निंग, he is not in normal position. John Milton is shocked to hear the news of the loss of his friend. So that's why he is not normal. He is not behaving normal. पागल के जैसा बिहेव कर रहा है ना. जिसका कोई डेथ हो जाता है वो तो नॉर्मल नहीं होता है. एक समय ब्लेम करता है कि तुमने हमने फ्रेंड को क्यों नहीं बचाया. दूसरे तरफ रियलाइज होता है कि अरे वो कैसे बचाता, वो क्या कर सकता था. जब उसी का सन का हत्या हुआ था तो वो कुछ नहीं कर पाया था, तो वो उसके फ्रेंड को कैसे बचाता है ना. चलो, सो दिस इज द सडन शिफ्ट, सडन चेंज in the aptitude of the author. Alas, what boots it with incessant care to tend the homely slighted shepherd's trade and strictly meditate the thankless muse. These are explanatory lines, no? सबके सब explanatory lines हैं. To sport with Amaryllis in the shade or with the tangles of Naira's hair. Further, he explains the importance of his friend, how important he was in the university. He was a good student there, and he was also a good poet. He was going to be the great poet in his life. He was doing hard work for this profession to sharpen his wits, to sharpen his quality to produce good poems, good poetries. So that's why he is giving the importance to his friend, that why he is repenting, because he was a good poet. In his future life, he would have created so many poems, good poems, that the God did not save him. He was shocked. Why he did not save him? The other poets are not important, because they are not involved in very hard work, they are not sincere in their profession. So that's why he is explaining the importance of his friend. He was a great poet. भविष्य में वो बहुत बढ़िया पोएट बनता. And he was doing very hard labor. बहुत मेहनती स्टूडेंट, बहुत ही मेहनती पोएट था और बहुत ही शानदार पोएट्री लिख रहा था. And you took his life. उसको जीने नहीं दिया आपने. Immature, he lost his life. He could have created so many good poems in his latter life, but you cut short his life. But आपने उसको मार दिया, आपने उसको इस दुनिया से उठा लिया. It means you did not consider the importance of his life. कि how was he a person, a poet. कितना अच्छा आदमी था, कितना अच्छा पोएट था कि उसने पूरा मेडिटेशन किया था, पूरा मेहनत किया था. He was not like the other poets who were involved in dallying with the women or stroking their hairs with his fingers. He was not like that. It means he is comparing his friend. उसका जो फ्रेंड था बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट था. वो सीरियसली अपना प्रोफेशन पर काम कर रहा था, मेहनत कर रहा था, स्टडी कर रहा था, पोएट्री लिख रहा था. एंड ही वाज नॉट लाइक द अदर पोएट्स, जो लोग वीमेन के बारे में लिखते हैं, कुछ डेली डैलिंग करते हैं, उसके बालों में फिंगर्स डाल करके खेलते रहते हैं. दे आर नॉट द सीरियस पीपुल, दे आर नॉट द सीरियस काइंड ऑफ पोएट्स. एंड ही वाज नॉट लाइक देम. वो ऐसा नहीं था. ही वाज ए वेरी सीरियस पोएट. देखो, in that line he is also criticizing the kind of poets that John Milton always criticized in his life, कि वो serious poet को appreciate कर रहा है और वैसे जो लूज कैरेक्टर के जो पोएट्स हैं, those who are not serious to their profession, he is also criticizing them कि वो लोग कर क्या रहे हैं, ऐसा कुछ पॉपुलर होने वाला पोएम लिखते हैं। वो लेडीज के जो हेयर होता है उससे खेलने का डिस्क्रिप्शन देते हैं। व्हाट इज दिस? दिस इज पॉपुलिज्म, कि वो पॉपुलर होना चाहते हैं। दे वांट टू गेन इंपॉर्टेंस, अनड्यू इंपॉर्टेंस यू कैन से, कि वो कोई अच्छा काम नहीं कर रहे हैं, वो कोई सीरियस वर्क नहीं कर रहे हैं और उनको इंपॉर्टेंस चाहिए, उनको बड़ा पोएट बोला जाना चाहिए। और आप उसको ना छीन करके यू हैव किल्ड माय फ्रेंड, ए ग्रेट वुड बी पोएट, जो भविष्य में एक अच्छा पोएट बनने वाला था। ही वॉज वेरी सीरियस, पर आपने उसको छीन लिया। सो इन दैट वे ही इज रिपेंटिंग, ही इज क्वेश्चनिंग द डिफरेंट अथॉरिटीज, ही इज क्वेश्चनिंग द गॉड, that why you did not consider this fact that he was a good person, he was a good poet, why you didn't take away another poets, those are not serious, those are dilly-dallying, those are playing with the women, why you did not take them away, why you could not save my friend who was a great poet, he was a great person. Fame is the spur that clear spirit doth raise, that last infirmity of noble mind. Yeah, it is correct. It is the fact that fame is just a spur of the noble mind. This is the great greed for a person, because everybody wants to be fame. Everybody wants to be popular. And what is the way of being popular? To create such a thing who is appreciated by everybody else. And what can be appreciated by everybody else? क्या चीज है जिसको सब लोग अप्रिशिएट करें? वो ये है कि आप उसके स्टैंडर्ड के हिसाब से लिखिए। इट मीन्स पोएट शुड इंटरटेन देम, देन दे वुड बी पॉपुलर अमंग द पीपुल, तभी वो पॉपुलर बनेंगे। हर कोई चाहता है। माई फ्रेंड ऑल्सो वांटेड द सेम थिंग, पॉपुलर तो वो भी होना चाहता था, बट पॉपुलर बनने के लिए वो चीप रास्ता नहीं लिया, है ना, कोई ऐसा रास्ता नहीं लिया जिससे अचानक से पॉपुलर बन जाए और अच्छा काम न करे। सब चाहता है। अदर पोएट्स ऑल्सो वांटेड द सेम थिंग, बट दे आर इन्वॉल्व इन नॉट ए सीरियस वर्क, दे आर नॉट क्रिएटिंग सीरियस टाइप ऑफ वर्क्स, दे आर इन्वॉल्व इन क्रिएटिंग चीप वर्क्स, सस्ते किस्म के पोएम्स क्रिएट कर रहे हैं और वो पॉपुलर बनना चाहते हैं। बट माय फ्रेंड वाज सीरियस, चाहत तो उसकी भी थी कि वो भी बड़ा पोएट बने, उसका भी नाम हो, और ये पॉसिबल था, आने वाले दिनों में वो बन जाता। बट यू कट माय फ्रेंड्स लाइफ शॉर्ट, बट आपने तो मेरे फ्रेंड का लाइफ ही छोटा कर दिया। जब उसका असली वक्त आया था to flourish his life, to flourish his art, आपने तो उसको छीन लिया मुझसे। So in that way, John Milton is raising question to the authorities. वो भगवान से क्वेश्चन कर रहा है कि आपने ऐसा क्यों किया। वो सही वक्त पे जब उसका लाइफ शुरू हुआ था, आपने उसको हम लोगों से छीन लिया। To scorn delights, to leave laborious days, but the fair guerdon when we hope to find, and think to burst out into sudden blaze, comes the blind fury with the abhorred seers, and slits the thin spun life, but not the praise. देखो, further he explains कि while he was blooming, he was coming of his age, he was coming to create great poems, you cut his life short. ठीक आपने उसी समय उसको हमसे छीन लिया जब वो कुछ करने वाला था, जब उसके लाइफ में वो टाइम आया था कि अब वो कुछ बढ़िया करेगा, और आपने उसको छीन लिया। देखो, फर्दर ही एक्सप्लेन्स, टू स्कॉर्न डिलाइट्स he has left enjoyment, because he was a serious student. He was not passing his time, he was not wasting his time, he was rather doing very serious study. very laborious time he was passing, है ना? He was a hard student, hard worker, very serious student, very serious poet. But what happened? He was going to be popular, he was going to be famous, sudden ablaze. कुछ ही दिनों में वो बहुत बड़ा राइटर होता, पोएट होता, दुनिया उसको जानती. बट आपने क्या किया? यू जस्ट ब्राउट ए सीजर. कैसा सीजर? अबोर्ड सीयर्स. कि आपने एक सीजर लाया और उसका ये जो थिन स्पन लाइफ है उसको काट दिया. इट मीन्स यू कट हिज लाइफ शॉर्ट. जब उसको ब्लूमिंग का टाइम आया, ग्रूमिंग का टाइम आया, जब फेमस होने का टाइम आया, आपने उसका लाइफ छीन लिया. But not the praise. It is the fact that John Milton has emphasized that you have snatched my friend from this earth, but you cannot cut short his praise because he was a good poet. He has received fame, name and fame among the people. You cannot cut short his praise. You cannot devoid him with his praise that he has received in his life. कि चलो उनका लाइफ तो आपने छीन लिया, बट जो उसने अप्रिसिएशन जो पाया है लोगों से, जो रेस्पेक्ट दैट ही हैज रिसीव्ड, यू कैनॉट कट इट शॉर्ट. आप इसको छीन नहीं सकते. इवन भगवान भी इसको नहीं छीन सकते. इवन गॉड कैनॉट डिवॉइड हिम with that of his praise that he has received from others. कि as a student, as a good person, as a good poet, जो अप्रिसिएशन उसने रिसीव किया है, आप उसको कम नहीं कर सकते. दिस इज द फैक्ट ना. Phoebus replied and touched my trembling ears, fame is no plant that grows on mortal soil. देखो, while he was mourning his friend, the loss of his friend, he was raising such difficult questions to the god, nymphs, fairies, कि तुम लोगों ने मेरे फ्रेंड को जाने दिया, बचाया नहीं. He was raising question against God, कि आपने ये अच्छा नहीं किया, उसका लाइफ छोटा कर दिया. But in the same way, another god उसके ईयर में आकर के बोला, क्या बोला? That fame is no plant that grows on mortal soil. ये जो फेम है ना, it cannot be planted on this earth. When the man goes to another world, then the plant of fame grows. है ना? कि ये फेम ऐसा कोई चीज नहीं है जो इस मंडेन लाइफ में, दिस अर्थ पे ग्रो करे. ये फेम एक ऐसा चीज है that nobody can steal it. Nobody can devoid it. कोई इसको छीन नहीं सकता है, कोई इसको ले नहीं जा सकता है. नहीं. It is immortal. It is permanent. और ये तभी होता है जब आदमी इस दुनिया को छोड़ करके चला जाता है. फेम यही रह जाता है, अप्रिसिएशन यही रह जाता है. That goes never. That goes nowhere. So he was informed, है ना, कि जब ये बात वो क्वेश्चन कर रहा था गॉड से कि आपने उसका लाइफ छोटा क्यों कर दिया, तब दूसरे गॉड ने उसको कान में बताया कि ही इज पॉपुलर, ही इज फेमस. वो जो अप्रिसिएशन, प्रेज दैट ही हैज रिसीव्ड इन हिज ओन लाइफ, इट कैनॉट बी डिस्ट्रॉयड, इट कैनॉट बी स्टोलन. ये कोई ले नहीं जा सकता है. और ये इस दुनिया में रहता तो नहीं होता, वो इस दुनिया को छोड़ के चला गया, इसीलिए उसका ये प्रेज बचा रह जाएगा. Nor in the glistening foil set off to the world, nor in broad rumor lies, but leaves and spread aloft by those pure eyes and perfect witness of all judging job. ये जो फेम है, ये किसी के कंट्रोल में नहीं है. This will grow and grow even after losing his friend. कि उसका फ्रेंड इस दुनिया में नहीं रहेगा, चला जाएगा कहीं. देखो, that is the elegy. That it not only talks about the death of someone, it also talks about the philosophy behind death. ये सिर्फ डेथ के बारे में बात नहीं करता है, डेथ से रिलेटेड बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस, बहुत सारे फिलॉसफी पे बात करता है ना, गोइंग डीप इट टॉक्स अबाउट द फिलॉसफी ऑफ डेथ, कि उसके जो आसपास जितना फिलॉसफी है डेथ से रिलेटेड सबके बारे में बात करता है। इसीलिए ही इज टॉकिंग अबाउट द फेम एंड नेम दैट हिज फ्रेंड हैज रिसीव्ड। एक तरफ एक गॉड कह रहा है उसको ले गया, लाइफ छोटा कर दिया, दूसरे तरफ दिस इज ऑल्सो द फैक्ट कि दैट हिज फेम कैनॉट बी स्पॉइल्ड, उसका फेम कोई स्पॉइल नहीं कर सकता, इट इज परमानेंट, ये कहीं जाने वाला नहीं है। दिस विल स्प्रेड, दिस विल ग्रूम, दिस विल ग्रो फास्टर, ये बढ़ेगा और ये रहेगा। He pronounces lastly on each deed of so much fame in heaven except thy meed. देखो, it is immortal, the fame is immortal, the man will go, he will be transported from this world to another world, that is heaven, but his name and fame will remain here on the earth and it will grow, ये बढ़ेगा और दुनिया इसके बारे में जानेगी, है ना, ये छीना नहीं जा सकता है किसी से। आदमी तो चले जाएंगे, बट उसके जो हम लोग अपने इंडियन कल्चर में भी बोलते हैं ना कि आदमी का कर्म यही रह जाता है, ये कर्म ही है, दैट इज द ड्यूटी ना, ये उसका कर्म है, दैट नेवर विल गो वेन, ये कभी खत्म होने वाला नहीं है। नोबडी कैन स्टील इट, इट कैनॉट बी डिस्ट्रॉयड, द मैन मे बी डिस्ट्रॉयड, इट मे बी ट्रांसपोर्टेड टू दिस वर्ल्ड टू द अनदर वर्ल्ड, but his duty, his respect, his appreciation, his praise cannot be destroyed. These are permanent things. ये कभी डिस्ट्रॉय नहीं हो सकता है, ये इस दुनिया में बना रहेगा इवन देन कि वो हेवन चला गया। तो देखो, दिस इज द फिलॉसफी बिहाइंड डेथ, कि जब किसी का डेथ हो जाता है दैट ही विल नेवर कम बैक अगेन, वो आएगा तो नहीं, लेकिन राहत की बात क्या है, राहत की बात यह है कि जो उसका कर्म है, उसका जो ड्यूटी है, उसका जो रेस्पेक्ट है, वो हमेशा रहेगा, वो कहीं जाने वाला नहीं है।